Hi and welcome. In this video, I'll show you how to use your bill tracker spreadsheet, the simple way to organize, track, and plan all your bills in one place. This planner has 6 main sections shown as tabs at the bottom: instructions, start settings, transactions, bill calendar, monthly bills, and full year. How do I navigate between tabs? You can navigate this planner just like any other budget spreadsheet by clicking the tabs at the bottom. But I've designed this bill tracker with special menus to make everything much easier. On the left, there's a quick access sidebar menu, and in some sections you'll find a yellow menu bar at the top for instant navigation. To use the sidebar menu, simply move your mouse over the menu on the left. The options will appear automatically. When you see the link you want, just click it, and you'll be taken straight to that section. If you prefer a cleaner workspace, you can hide the sidebar menu or the yellow menu at the top by clicking the small minus button next to each one. When you close a menu, you might see a pop-up like this. Just click OK to continue. And whenever you want to bring the menus back, just click the plus button. Instructions tab. In this tab, you can read the main rules for using your planner, like only enter your data in the white cells. Those are designed for you to fill out. Try not to change anything in the colored or gray cells because they have formulas and calculations running in the background, and changing them might mess up your planner. Also, it's better not to unprotect the sheets. The protection is there to help you avoid accidental edits that could break something. You'll also notice that every main tab has its own instructions column on the right with details about what you can do in that section. For example, here in the Transactions tab, you'll find step-by-step guidance for adding, editing, and managing your payments. Everything you need is right in the instructions column. After you read the instructions, you can hide the instructions section by clicking the minus button in the top right corner of the column. I recommend you don't delete it, so you can always bring it back for future reference if you need to check something later. Start Settings tab. This is where you personalize your planner before you start tracking anything. First, choose your currency from the drop-down. There are over 60 currencies already included, but if yours isn't listed, you can add it at the bottom in the currencies table. Just enter the currency name in the first column and the symbol in the second column. After you add it, your new currency will automatically show up in the drop-down list above, ready to use. Next, pick how you want the currency symbol to show up, before or after the number. In this tab, you can also set which day your week starts on. Just select what fits your schedule. This setting controls both the small calendar in the upper left corner of each tab and the main calendar view in the Bill Calendar tab. So if you change your week, start to Monday, for example, both calendars will update automatically to match your preference. Below the week start selection, you have all the main bill categories. You can rename any of these to match your own expenses, or just leave them as they are. Just remember, you can only edit the white cells. The colored ones are for structure and formulas. All the settings you choose here, in this tab, currency, week start, and bill categories, will automatically update and show up in all the other tabs of your planner. So once you're done customizing this section, you're ready to start tracking your bills and payments everywhere in the planner. Transactions tab. This is the most important section in your planner because every transaction you add here will automatically show up in all the other tabs. That's why it's really important to fill out each transaction correctly. If you get things right here, all your reports and summaries will stay accurate and up to date. Here you can enter both upcoming bills and payments you've already made. The white cells are for all transactions, whether they're due or already paid. Pink fields are for expected or upcoming bills, and the teal fields are for completed payments. To make things as clear as possible, let's create a transaction together. I'll go through each box one by one and show you exactly what goes where. To make things super easy, data entry here works with quick drop-downs, so you never waste time typing everything out by hand. The first column lets you pick from the 5 main transaction types in the planner. It's all designed for one-click selection, and the cell highlights automatically based on your choice, so you get instant visual feedback for every entry. Next, in the category column, you'll see only the options that fit your transaction type. It's really intuitive. If you picked utilities, you'll instantly see just the utility categories you set up earlier, without clutter or irrelevant options. These are the same categories you personalized in the Start Settings tab, so everything is tailored to your needs. The third column is In/Out. For regular bill payments, just select Out, because money is going out of your account. You only choose In if you're logging a refund, reimbursement, or a correction. For example, if your internet provider gives you a refund, that goes as In. But for most bills and subscriptions, Out is the right choice. As we mentioned earlier, the next three columns, expected amount, due date, and priority, need to be filled in if you're logging a due, upcoming, or planned transaction. If you're entering a completed payment, you can skip these and move straight to the next fields. Let's take them one by one. First, expected amount. Here you enter the estimated value for your upcoming bill. Just type in the amount you expect to pay. Next is due date. This is where you set the date when your bill is due. The easiest way to enter it is by double-clicking the cell, which brings up a date picker so you can select the exact day from the calendar. Fast, accurate, and you never have to worry about formatting errors. If you prefer to type the date, make sure to follow the format that's already shown in the cell. But honestly, the date picker is still the fastest and safest option. And then comes priority. Here you can assign one of 5 color-coded priority levels to your bill. Setting the priority not only helps you organize your bills here, but it also highlights important upcoming payments in the Bill Calendar tab, so you'll never miss what matters most. It's important to know that any amount you enter in the expected amount column will automatically appear as your expected bill in the monthly bills and full year tabs based on the due date you selected. So everything stays updated across your planner without any extra effort. Now let's talk about the actual amount column. Here you enter the real amount you paid for your bill. This field should be completed for both planned bills, once you know the exact value, and for transactions that are already done. If you're adding an upcoming bill and you don't have the final amount yet, you can leave this blank for now and come back to it after you make the payment. The next two columns, actual date and done, are only for bills that are completed and paid. In the actual date column, you enter the date when the payment was actually made. It works just like the expected date column. Just double-click to select the date from the calendar, or type it in manually using the format you see in the cell. This date is used to distribute your payment into the correct month in all your reports, so your totals always line up perfectly. In the Done column, check the box once the transaction is fully paid and completed. Only after you mark a bill as done, the actual amount will show up in the monthly bills and full year tabs, right next to your expected value. That way, you always have a clear picture of both your planned and real spending. Finally, in the description column, you can add any notes or extra details about this payment. For example, you might want to mention what the bill was for, which account you used, or anything else you want to remember later. This field is totally optional, but it can be really helpful when you look back at your records. And that's all you need to do to add a transaction. Just repeat these steps for each bill or payment, and your planner will take care of the rest. Now let's talk about a cool feature of this bill tracker. For this demo, I've already filled in a few more transactions just so you can see how everything works with a bigger list. As you can already see on the screen, any transaction that goes past its due date and hasn't been marked as done will be instantly highlighted in red. This visual warning makes it easy to spot any overdue bills that need your attention. In the Bill Calendar tab, you'll notice that the same overdue bills are clearly marked here as well, so you can see at a glance which payments are late and plan accordingly. We'll talk more about all the features in the Bill Calendar a bit later. After you pay your past due bill, just check the Done box, and you'll see the red highlight instantly disappear, confirming that your payment is complete. How do I add a transaction between existing rows? This is a question I get a lot. What if you forgot to add a bill, or want to insert a transaction right in the middle of your list? First, don't worry about keeping transactions in perfect order. You can add them anywhere in the table, and the planner will automatically sort and organize everything by date in the Reports and Calendar tabs. You don't need to keep your table in chronological order for things to work correctly. But if you really want to move a transaction to a specific spot in your list, here's the best way. Add your new transaction in the first or any available empty row. Then select the row you just created, or any other row you want to move, by clicking the row number on the left side, so you select the whole row, not just the cells in the table. Once the entire row is highlighted, your cursor will turn into a little hand and you can simply drag the row up or down to where you want it. A warning box will pop up saying you're about to edit a protected part of the sheet. Just click OK to continue. Important: don't insert new rows directly inside the table using Insert Row, because that can break the drop-downs and hidden formulas that keep everything working smoothly. Stick to using empty rows and move them as needed, and your planner will handle the rest. And that's everything you need to know to manage your transactions in this tab. Keeping this section accurate will make sure all the other reports and summaries in your planner stay up to date. Now, let's move on and see how the transactions you've created here are reflected throughout the rest of your planner. Bill Calendar tab. I created this tab to help you see your entire month of bills in one place, so you can stay in control and stress-free. All the bills you record in the Transactions tab are automatically displayed here in a monthly calendar. You should never type anything here manually, as this will break the functionality. This tab is designed to be read and used just like a regular calendar, but with a few extra features to make tracking your bills even easier. At the top, you'll see a drop-down to select the year you want to view. If there are no transactions yet in the Transactions tab, the list will only show the current year. As you add transactions, new years will appear automatically. And if you add any transactions dated in the past, those years will also be included in the list. After you choose the year, you'll see an interactive calendar that starts with a drop-down where you can select the month you want to view. The drop-down includes all 12 months, even if you haven't entered any transactions for some of them yet. With your month selected, you can now see all the transactions for that month. Transactions that are already marked as paid in the Transactions tab appear here with their text color matching the category they belong to. Unpaid transactions have a colored background based on the priority you selected in the Priority column. Any transaction past its due date is highlighted in red, and once you mark it as paid in the Transactions tab, it will change to the paid style and no longer be red. The current day is also highlighted so you can easily spot where you are in the month. Another cool feature: in the top right corner of the calendar, next to the month selection, there's a drop-down filter where you can choose which transactions to display. As you can see, right now we have all selected, so every transaction for this month is visible, both paid and unpaid. If I switch to paid, you'll only see the transactions that have already been marked as paid in the Transactions tab. And if I choose Upcoming, the calendar will only show unpaid transactions with due dates still ahead, so you can focus on what's next. With these options, the bill calendar gives you a powerful snapshot of your month, showing exactly what's been paid, what's coming up, and what needs your attention right now. Use it whenever you want a quick overview of your bills without scrolling through long lists or switching between sections. Monthly Bills tab. This section gives you a detailed breakdown of all your bills for the month, showing both the amounts you've expected to pay and the amounts you've actually paid, so you can clearly compare your planned costs with your actual spending. At the top, there are two drop-downs. The first lets you select the month you want to view. All 12 months are always available, even if there are no transactions. And the second lets you select the year, which works the same way as in the Bill Calendar tab. Next to these drop-downs, you'll find the Overview Summary board. This section shows the total paid amounts for each main bill category: insurance, subscriptions, utilities, housing and loans, and other bills. It's a quick snapshot of your spending for the selected period, so you can instantly see where most of your money is going before looking at the detailed breakdown. Below, you'll see a complete overview of your bills for the selected month, divided into the same 5 categories. Each category shows both the expected and paid amounts, all coming from the Transactions tab. Expected shows the planned totals, while paid shows the actual amounts paid. The charts and tables update automatically to give you a visual breakdown of spending, while the Monthly Bill Summary compares totals across all categories. Just below it, the top 5 bills categories highlights the 5 highest paid bills for that month, helping you spot your biggest expenses at a glance. This view gives you a clear and organized picture of your monthly bills, making it easy to understand your spending patterns and where most of your money goes. Full Year tab. This view gives you a complete overview of your bills for the entire year, so you can easily compare months, track yearly totals, and spot spending trends. At the top, use the drop-down next to the tab title to select the year you want to view. All values here are automatically pulled from the Transactions tab. You don't need to type anything manually. As in the Monthly tab, here you can see as well the Overview Summary board in the header, showing the total paid amounts for each main bill category for the selected year. Right below, the full year bill summary compares yearly totals for each bill category, giving you a clear picture of how much you've spent in each area over the year. Each main category includes two sections. The first is the monthly overview, showing the amounts for each month of the selected year, so you can track how that category changes over time. The second is the breakdown, where the same totals are split into subcategories, giving you a clear view of exactly where your money went. And for even more insight, the top 10 bills categories and bills breakdown sections highlight your highest paid bills and show how each category contributes to your overall spending. Use this tab when you want the big picture. It's perfect for identifying patterns, planning ahead, and keeping your annual spending under control. Now you know exactly how to use every tab in your bill tracker to keep your bills organized and your mind stress-free. Take a few minutes to explore, enter your own data, and see how the summaries and charts come to life for you. If you don't have it yet and would like to start using this planner yourself, you'll find the link in the description.